What's up guys, my name's Elliot and it's finally happened. We have got our first car launch of the season. It is the VF-22, HAAS's Formula 1 car for the 2022 season. Is it going to be a title challenger? Let's wait and find out. It's renders as HAAS tend to do, but that's good enough for me. It's the first look at a 2022 spec car and I can't wait. So yeah, let's get into it. So let's kick things off at the front of the car. I'm not seeing anything too adventurous here at the minute. It is looking a little bit different to the F1 show car, but I can't see any dramatic concepts going on here. They appear to have a squared off nose, which is looking pretty different to what we've had in previous years. They've got the maximum number of 4 elements in the front wing, but only the top 3 elements are attaching to the nose cone. That 4th element is running right across and really reminds me of the cars of the 2008, 2007 era, where they had that 1 element going right underneath the nose. As you can see, these slots have gone right up into the side panel area as prescribed by the rules. Gone is the outwash that we've had for years now, although we have got some flicks here going on, so that will be doing something. It'll be interesting what they're trying to achieve with that. And you've got a little fin here on the end. They're only allowed 1 little flick up on the end now. Interestingly, they've got a little slot here, roughly where the Y250 vortex used to be. I wonder if they're trying to create any sort of vortex here. If they are, it definitely won't be to the same magnitude of the Y250 vortex that we had previously. But yeah, I do wonder if they're trying to create a little vortex here. And obviously this top element is far more pronounced than the others. Almost looks like they're really trying to flick the air up into the air, but it'd be interesting to see what they're trying to do with that. If we move slightly further backwards, it appears like they've gone for the push rod suspension rather than, well, a lot of people are feeling like Ferrari are going to go with the pull rod suspension. Now, of course, this is renders, so it could be possible that they are hiding something. They don't want to announce exactly what suspension they've gone for straight away, but yeah, interesting that it appears to be a push rod for now. And then really what grabbed my eye straight away was the size of these inlets. These inlets look tiny. Gone is the high inlet philosophy of the previous generations, first introduced by Ferrari in 2017. This actually reminds me of a McLaren a couple years ago. They were one of the last teams to go with a high inlet solution to the side inlets, and yeah, it looks really compact, really small, especially when you've got this bodywork all the way out here. The reason that the inlets this year we're likely to see them not with the high inlet solution is because the crash structure is actually being moved up higher. So we're likely to see a lot of other teams going with this solution. So I'm going to move over to the next image here, and we've got this top-down view, and you can see this really shrink wrapped around here. I mean, no offense to the HAAS team, but you'd expect the top teams to be able to shrink this even more, and it's looking tiny. You can see these tiny inlets here, and it's going really wide, a lot wider than the HAAS car from last year. If you look at them side by side, and there it is out there on the internet, it's looking a lot wider. You can see here the little veins for the entrance to the floor for the Venturi tunnels. Looking quite narrow actually. I'm surprised by that. I feel like the F1 show car seemed a lot, well, not a lot, but quite a bit wider there. And they have got some interesting shapes and flows going on around here. If we go to this angle, you can see they've definitely got some shapes and bits going on here. It seems to be part of the bodywork rather than the floor. I mean, I know that the floor is heavily regulated at the minute, but yeah, they've got some nice flowy things going on here. And then if you have a look at the rear wing, it's obviously hasn't got the DRS actuator there. This is only a render, but the elements wraps round, so we haven't got that flush edge. You have got a little flick up here, so they are still trying to do something with the vortexes that are flying off the back, but a lot less than what we were able to do in previous years. And as you'll be able to see, we've got the wheel covers as well, which have become mandatory on the F1 cars this season. Having a look at the rear, yeah, I mean, this is a render, so I can imagine any trickery or nice bits they've got on will be taken off, and it's pretty hard to see right now anyway. But yeah, not a lot going on here in at the rear at the minute, but I expect even HAAS, a team with, you'd expect one of the lower budgets on the grid, to actually come with more parts to testing and then to the first race. I fully expect HAAS to develop this further, add some more bits to it. Overall, I would say I'm perhaps a little bit disappointed with this so far. I'm not seeing anything too adventurous. I'm not seeing any groundbreaking double diffuser style innovations on the car yet. Definitely being a render, HAAS could be hiding something, but it seems pretty safe from HAAS. It'd be interesting to see what they do turn up with in testing, but who knows? I mean, a lot of the detail will start to be developed. I mean, I imagine a lot of the teams will be coming in with what will look like fairly basic cars, because we're so used to seeing the 2021 cars that, I mean, they're effectively cars that have been developed for 4 seasons. And if you compare the barge boards that we had in 2017 to what we had in 2021, I mean, the complexity there was absolutely insane. So expect over the coming season and the coming years for the cars to become a lot more detailed and be a lot more refined. I imagine a lot of the cars will probably look quite basic, and this HAAS is definitely looking fairly basic at the minute. Something I always like to have a look at is the livery. As expected, it's red, white and blue, predominantly white. It is very similar to the livery that HAAS were running last season. It's a little bit more flowy, and of course colours from their title sponsor Uralkali, so that's no surprise really. But it is a bit disappointing livery wise from HAAS. It is very samey, but yeah, not too bad. So there you have it, the HAAS VF-22. What did you think? If you haven't already, go check out my video on why I think HAAS could be 2022 World Champions. Go and check it out. It's right there. Just there. The next car launch is, for the minute, Red Bull on the 9th of Feb. I say for the minute because Williams haven't announced their launch date yet, but we'll wait and see for that. And thank you for watching. Let me know what you think of the HAAS car in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.